everyone, I'm Brandon and this is Comic Conversation. It's summertime, it's hot, and we have the AC on, thankfully, but summertime is normally when Marvel kicks off their events, and that is the case this year as well. 2019, August, we get Absolute Carnage, and I wanted to read something and talk about something that can help lead into your, Carnage extravaganza. And so today, we're going over Carnage USA. Carnage USA kicks off in 2011, and it is brought to you by the team of Zeb Wells and Clayton Crane. It takes place in the very small town of Doverton, Colorado, where Cletus Kasady has re-emerged as Carnage and has seized control of the town, declaring it a sovereign, symbiotic state with plans to take over the country and even the world. Of course, the US government has to do something, and so we contact our Avengers. And of course, our leading Avenger in anything symbiote related is going to be Spider-Man. And he is accompanied by Captain America, Hawkeye, Wolverine, and Thing as they head over to Colorado to deal with this Carnage situation. They're not the only ones that are getting wrapped up in this. There's another team of symbiotes that's going out there, and they're representing our government as they go and they take on Carnage as well. So naturally, things go a little bit crazy, and I kind of enjoy that. That's one of the things I enjoyed about Carnage USA. This was much more of a horror comic than a classic Spider-Man story, and maybe that's because Spider-Man's not really the star. I would go as far as say as maybe Carnage is the star, or maybe the town of Doverton is the star, but it's not Spider-Man, even though he is the featured protagonist. This is a horror comic. We're going to see a lot of really graphic images, and it was enjoyable. It was very cool seeing things like Carnage wrap his symbiote around the Avengers or members of the town, able to send one woman, her child, and her baby. She has two children, and wraps them all in symbiote and sends them on a mission. And it was just so cool seeing that. The mission, by the way, was go and slaughter her husband, just to prove her loyalty to Cletus Carnage Kasady. And it was, it's really sick when you think about it. This small town little horror story featuring Spider-Man and the Avengers. Another thing I really enjoyed about Carnage USA is its comedy. I know that sounds weird since I just described it as a horror, but I think horror benefits from a little bit of laughter sometimes. And there's something enjoyable about seeing Hawkeye complain to Spider-Man and Wolverine about how annoying Ben the Thing Grimm is. Or seeing Spider-Man try to give an empowering speech to a small town while holding a shotgun, even though he never uses guns. He knows it's weird. It's weird for him. It's amusing for the reader. There's also a sick delight if you're into, serial killers like Carnage. But you can get a sick delight from some of the things he does. So if you like seeing like a town full of carnageized people chasing your favorite superheroes, or those superheroes becoming symbiotic life forms themselves, good for you. If you like seeing Captain America, while wearing that symbiote, being forced to watch members of the town prove their loyalty by maybe pulling a tooth out of their mouth. I mean, that's not really funny at all, but some people are into that. I know you're nasty, you sick freaks, but there's really just either gruesome elements or over-the-top elements or really funny elements. Another example, townsfolk who managed to escape Carnage are hiding in what used to be a zoo, and so while they're trying to make plans on how they can get their town back, there's just random zoo animals just there in the field. It's just kind of a weird story. The character designs, admittedly, are not always my favorite. However, I think they really work for the atmosphere that's being created, because I don't think Cletus Kasady has ever looked so sinister as he did in Carnage USA. And I think we get some really good character design sometimes. There's some really, some of the best looking shots of both Spider-Man and Flash Thompson as Agent Venom, who also makes an appearance. I do love that. I love seeing Doppelganger making an appearance as well. Seeing some of these classic Maximum Carnage appearances. I dug that. And so the character designs really work for that, really works for the horror, really seeing some of the chaos that gets evolved, whether it's whether we're looking at Carnage driving a tractor, or whether we're looking at a Venom-suited monkey, gorilla, I should say, or a Carnage suited lion, because I mentioned the zoo animals, did I not? It's very over the top, very crazy, and the character designs I don't think always hit. It's not my favorite looking Captain America, so to speak, but that sinister looking Cletus Cassidy always sticks with me, and some of the Spider-Man designs really stand out as some of the best I've seen. I really enjoyed this book. I don't think it's necessarily mandatory reading material, especially if you're just trying to get some information going back to prepare yourself for Absolute Carnage, but I did enjoy it. So if you're a fan of Spider-Man or Venom or Carnage or symbiotes in general or horror in the Marvel Universe, I enjoy this, and you might want to check it out. If you are looking for stories more closely related to Absolute Carnage, I would check out the excellent Venom series by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. You'd also check out the Web of Venom series and Venom First Host. I feel like all of that is really good reading material that can lead you up and get you ready for August's Absolute Carnage. So have you read Carnage USA? Did you enjoy it? Are you looking forward to Absolute Carnage in August? Let me know what you think. Let's keep the conversation going. Comment below, subscribe to our channel, share this video, hit the likes and retweets and all of that hubbub. Follow us on Twitter at Comic Convo, COMICONVO. You can follow me at Lewis or Brandon. That's the Spanish Lewis, L-U-I-S, or Brandon. You can also, if you enjoy the sounds of my sultry voice, follow my girlfriend and I's podcast, Belly of the Beast, where we're talking about food local to New York City. So if you're from around the same town I am, or if you're just visiting and looking up something to eat, you can, hear our podcast on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever those good podcasts are found. And check out all of our other content on To Be Seen. I'll be here. My friends will be here. Will you be there? You better. This has been Brandon for Comic Combo, signing off.